Hey, Maria. It's been a while since we last talked, huh? I have something I want to ask you.
Franny, how have you been? It's good to hear from you after all these years. What's up?
This may come as a surprise, but I'm married.
For real? Congratulations.
Thanks. We're just legally married for now. We haven't had our wedding yet. The ceremony and reception is next Saturday.
Next Saturday? I had no idea. You should have mentioned something earlier.
I know. I'm really sorry for the rush, but I'd love for you to come. Do you think you can make it?
You're inviting me? A week before the reception?
Yeah, I know it's really short notice, but I really would like you to come. So will you?
Well, thank you for the invitation. I'm truly happy for you. But I'm busy next Saturday. I wish I could go, but I can't. I would have loved to see you and your husband.
I understand. It's just, I would really love it if you were there for me on my big day. Is there any way you can rearrange your plans?
Actually, I'm getting married as well. My fiancé and I arranged a dinner for my parents and his parents to meet.
I can't believe you're getting married too, Maria. Though, I find it strange I knew nothing about it until now. Anyhow, congratulations to you as well.
Thank you. You understand how hectic life becomes when planning a wedding. It's hard to find time to catch up with old friends. I really am sorry I won't be able to attend your wedding.
No, I'm the one who should be apologizing for not letting you know earlier. But if it's only a dinner between families, can't you do it on another day? It doesn't have to be next Saturday.
His parents are really busy, and it would be rude to change the date that we set up over a month ago.
It's just a dinner though, right? They shouldn't have any problems with changing the date.
I wish it were that simple. They're actually flying in from Maine. They're coming to New York just to meet me and my family. Rescheduling the dinner would mean they'd have to reschedule their flight and hotel. It's way too short notice to do that. Plus, there's cancellation fees for doing that.
But it's not like they're here already and you're canceling. It should be fine.
It won't be fine. I'm sorry, but I told you it's too much to cancel now.
Well, they aren't staying for just one night, are they? Why don't you just reschedule for lunch on Sunday? That would be perfect. Have you forgotten that we've been BFFs since high school? Doesn't my happiness count for anything?
Don't say that. My fiancé and his family are important to me. I don't want to ask them to change our plans. They may get the wrong impression about me. I'm really sorry, Franny, but please, let it go.
Seriously? Are you that scared of your fiancé or his family? Are they monsters? It seems like your new family is going to be super stressful for you.
Why are you jumping to conclusions? I know I wouldn't be happy if someone changed the date of an important dinner a week before. That's just inconsiderate. And I've been looking forward to meeting them as well. We're going to be family. I want to start on the right foot.
You know, from my end, what you are saying sounds really rude to me. It sounds to me like you don't want to come to my wedding. Have you stopped to think about how this is making me feel?
I don't think what I'm saying is that crazy. Like I said, I really wanted to be there, but there's no way I can change these plans. Is it my fault you told me on such short notice? If you really wanted to be there, you should have asked me sooner. I've already apologized more than I should have.
I'm begging you to come. I don't want any empty seats at the reception. It's giving me so much anxiety.
That has nothing to do with me or my plans, right? If you had invited me a month ago, my fiancé and I may have been able to change the date. But I've never been invited to a wedding this last minute. Why did you decide to have your wedding so quickly?
I know, it's all a rush. I don't need you to point it out. In a perfect world, I would have planned it a year in advance. The thing is, there were some last-minute cancellations, and it's really going to ruin things.
Oh, a sudden cancellation. That's tough. Sometimes no matter how much you plan, something unexpected is going to pop up. But if it's just one person, I'm sure you'll be able to find someone. How about the drama kids you were close with? Didn't you call yourselves the Quintet or something? Are they coming to your wedding?
They are the girls who canceled. Do you remember Debbie?
Yes, I remember her. She was the most popular girl in our grade.
Well, Debbie's wedding is on the same day as mine. And the other 3 girls are going to Debbie's wedding, not mine.
Really? Oh, yeah, that's rough. I get why you're upset.
Right? Not to mention, I invited everyone 3 months ago. Debbie sent out her invites only 2 months before the wedding. I invited everyone first. But still, everyone said they're going to Debbie's wedding. Don't you think that's strange?
Yeah, that's pretty inconsiderate. The other 3 girls, they sent in their RSVPs, right?
They did. They all said they were coming. I even made sure to account for one of them having a peanut allergy. Now I'm going to have 3 empty seats if I can't find someone. Ugh, look at me. I'm a mess. So that's why I really want you to come, Maria. You're the only one I can ask. I'm really counting on you.
I really feel for you, Franny. I wish there was something I could do to help. I really can't come to your wedding. You guys were so close. Why did Debbie decide to have her wedding on the same day as yours? Usually friends don't hold weddings on the same date. Didn't you talk with one another about it beforehand? I also find it a little weird all 3 of those girls would ditch your wedding, even after they sent in their RSVPs saying they'd come.
What do you mean? Are you saying that the other girls don't like me?
I'm not saying that at all. It's just that, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you're very aggressive when it comes to making sure you get what you want. I'm wondering if that had anything to do with why everyone suddenly bailed.
Are you implying my aggressiveness caused this situation? I'm not aggressive. I'm just brutally honest. I'd rather you think of me as someone who isn't afraid to speak their mind. Well, there might be one reason I can think of. I asked them to buy me an expensive wedding present. I think they spent $500 per person.
$500 per person? Isn't that a bit extravagant?
Well, they asked me what I wanted. I put a lot of stuff on my wedding registry, but what I really wanted was the high-end stuff, so I asked them to get it all for me. Oh, I know it was expensive, but they aren't acquaintances. We've known each other since high school.
Yeah, I think asking for super expensive wedding gifts may have been a little much. I personally would think twice about going to a wedding where the bride asked for a $500 wedding gift.
You too, Maria. Well, everyone's pretty cheap. But you know, they asked me what I wanted, so I didn't think it made a difference if I asked for something a bit expensive. After all, it's a celebratory present. I didn't think I had to hold back from telling them what I really wanted.
There's a time and a place for honesty. Even just going to a wedding can be expensive. Between hair, nails, makeup, and a dress, that's a few $100s. If you throw in a $500 present on top of that, it's more than most people want to pay. You should have been a little more considerate.
I don't know why I need to be considerate. They're my friends. Oh, but come to think of it, I never sent them a thank you letter.
You haven't sent them a thank you letter?
Well, I can't just send the letter. I need to send it with champagne or chocolates. Isn't it a waste of money to send all of that to all of them?
But you aren't getting married to get new designer appliances or save money. Friendship isn't like that, Franny.
Isn't that what friends are for, though? If you really think about it, what do I have to thank them for? It's not like we're strangers. We're friends. We're like family.
There may be people who are okay with that, but they went out of their way to buy you something you wanted. Shouldn't you cherish friends like that?
Isn't that a message in a Hallmark greeting card? Don't pretend to be so virtuous.
Trust me, I'm not virtuous. It's just, they bought you a special, expensive present, and you can't even be bothered to say thank you? I can't really blame them for changing their minds about attending your wedding. Plus, we both know how nice Debbie is to everyone. If you're as good of friends as you say you are with them, I bet it was tough for them to decide not to come.
I lost just because Debbie happens to be nicer than me? And because I asked them to get me something that was a measly $500? It really isn't that much. To be offended because I forgot to thank them for something of that price? Well, I guess if you look at it, now I know who my true friends are. I don't need anyone in my life that's going to be so self-centered as them.
I don't think that's the right way to look at things. I think that attitude is exactly why people are choosing not to come to your wedding.
In that case, they don't have to. I don't need friends like that.
You're free to think whatever you'd like. Well, anyway, like I said, I wish I could come. But if you ask me, $500 for a wedding present is outrageous.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize you were on their side, Maria.
I don't take sides. I look at the situation and decide for myself. And to be honest, we haven't talked to each other since high school. We were good friends back then, but it's been years since we've seen each other. Considering that, don't you think you're asking a lot? Common courtesy and being polite go a long way.
You aren't coming to my wedding, so you don't have any right to say anything. I only invited you because I know you don't have any friends. I thought you'd be thrilled to come to my wedding. You lost your chance anyway. I don't even want you there.
Thank you for your consideration. But I actually am invited to a wedding.
Are you dense? I just took back my generous offer to invite you to my wedding.
I think you might be the dense one. I'm talking about Debbie's wedding.
Debbie invited you too? But you said you're busy on Saturday meeting your fiancé's family.
It's true, I am meeting my fiancé's family. But to be totally honest, I am meeting them on Sunday. I thought you would be hurt, so I lied to spare your feelings. But I don't care anymore.
Why would you admit that? You made yourself look like an inconsiderate jerk. All of you are poor excuses of human beings.
Lying is never good, I'll give you that. But like I said, is it my fault you invited me last minute? Debbie and I have kept in touch even after we graduated. Sure, you may take pride in your honesty, but I think it's done more harm than good for you. Debbie, on the other hand, is sincere and kind to everyone around her. Good luck with that whole brutally honest thing, though. Hope it works out for you. If I can give you one piece of advice, you should let go of your ego. Oh yeah, and maybe don't be so selfish, because asking $500 for a wedding gift is absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, just being brutally honest.
I can't believe you've been lying to me all this time. I will never invite you to anything ever again.
Did I ask you to invite me? Don't fall off your high horse, Franny. Don't stress too hard about the empty seats. I'm sure the other guests won't be too surprised. Franny couldn't find anyone to replace the 3 girls who'd canceled. She really didn't want empty seats, so she hired actors to fill in. As a result, she was over budget, which did not please her husband. What was supposed to be the happiest day in her life became the worst. I really did feel bad she had those cancellations. I honestly would have gone to her wedding if I had known earlier and didn't already say yes to Debbie. But I couldn't stand the way she looked down on and treated her friends. At least she got some nice gifts.